You may not believe this, but voting is actually a lot like chess. Well, pretty much everything is like chess, and voting is no exception. So when you're playing chess, you want to bring out all your pieces. We call this developing your pieces. So for example, we would want to bring out our two center pawns, and assuming that we just had a few free moves to make, we'd want to bring out our knights and our bishops. We call this the 10 golden moves. So if we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we want to castle our king. 8, get out our queen and our two rooks in the middle. So this is when you're fully mobilized. This is the kind of thing you want to have as a chess player. You need all your pieces out in order to attack. Now, if you don't have all your pieces out, then you're going to get in trouble. So for example, if you're playing as red here, well then maybe the knight would just come in and the bishop would come in and checkmate. So of course red has to do something too. So let's go back. Let's reset the board. So let's flip it around now. And if red is just, I don't know, pushing some pawns, doing something like this, a lot of beginners do that, well, then they're also going to get in trouble. You have to use every single piece. Every single piece matters. This is just going to create weaknesses and they're going to get attacked. So regardless of which side you're playing for, you have to mobilize every single piece in this game. And for instance, let's say we're just sitting around and we, go like this, and then red goes like this, and I guess teal goes like this, and the queen comes out, and let's say you just go here, so not really participating, just a couple of pieces on the sidelines, and the bishop comes out, and then you're like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and attack the queen. Well, then all the pieces are going to swarm you. So if you don't mobilize, then let's say those are the big companies, well, then they're going to mobilize and they're going to end up winning the election. So you got to make sure that every single player participates in this game. So don't think, that, hey, I'm just a pawn over there on the side. I don't have a role in this game. No, every single one does. So I hope you do go out and vote in this election because, in the US, only about 57%, so just over half of voters generally vote in the elections, and that's definitely not a winning strategy. So in a chess game, that would be like, oh, let's get out a knight, let's get out a bishop, maybe we'll get this guy out, but let's just forget about this knight, let's forget about the rook, let's just like let the king sit in the center and not do anything. That's not a winning strategy. Again, you have to, let's say we have this, and we have both bishops coming out, the king is castled, then that's a lot better. Let's give both sides some moves. Let's say that I guess blue or green goes like this. Red meets them in the middle. You attack the central pawn. They defend it as they're bringing out the pieces. The bishop comes out. Let's say a knight comes out, and then now both sides are beginning to participate in the game. Let's say you castle your king, get him out of there, get him to safety. You get your rook out when you do that, and then say another bishop comes out and start attacking in the center. And now so every single piece plays a role in order to start an attack. Bishop retreats. Let's say this guy comes out, pins the knight, and this one does a counter pin. So now we're really talking, right? This is how you want to play chess. Every single piece comes in the game. No one is left behind. And that's really the same way it should be in a democracy. So again, I hope you get out there and vote. And it's really not so hard to do. You could just click on register to vote search that on Google and find your state. Let's say you're in, let's say you're in Nebraska. And then you can see who can vote, online voter registration, in-person voter registration. That's more fun. So hope you go ahead and vote this election and all elections because, just like in a chess game, every single player matters, every single person matters, every voter matters. So get out there and vote this November.